Hello to each and everyone. So welcome back to our discussion. We're now on the week 6 Mathematics 9. Let's proceed to module 6A, modeling and representing a quadratic functions, with the objective to model real life situations using quadratic functions. So let's have a simple review. Describe me in many ways. Perform this activity by fill in the blank based on your observation on the activity. Let's observe the pattern and draw the fourth and fifth figure. Okay, so with this figure, 1, so 1 box, 2, 3 boxes, pag tatlo, that is 5. Okay, kahit hindi na natin i-drawing, so possible. Paano pag 4? Paano pag 5? Okay, so we have there a table with illustrate the relation of the figures or figure number to the number of blocks. So we have there, if 1, yes, that is 1. If 2, that is 2, or 3 rather. Pag 3 naman yung number of figures, pag figure 3, which is, the blocks is 5. How about it 4? Okay, yes, that is 7. Very good. And how about if sa pang fifth na figure, that is 9. So observe. In this relation between the figure number and the number of blocks will give us a function or an equation. So we have there y is equal to 2x minus 1. Why? If x is 1, 2 times 1 is 2, minus 1 will give us 1. 2 times 2, if x is 2, that is 4, minus 1 is equal to 3. So let's check here. If x is 4, so 2 times 4 is 8, minus 1 is equal to 7. And if 5 is x times 2 is equal to 10, minus 1 will give us 9. Okay? So the equation of this pattern is y is equal to 2x minus 1. Next. Okay, so let's proceed now to let's study. So we have the key concept. There are many possible strategies you can use in modeling real-life situation of a quadratic function. In this case, you can use these steps to model your quadratic function involving real-life situation. So we have there number 1, identify what are the formulas to be used on the problem. Next, for number 2, we're going to substitute the variable or the variables by its given values on the problem. And for number 3, express the formula in terms of one variable. And next, we have last number, combine the formulas to model the quadratic function. Okay, so let's proceed now. We have an example here. Mr. Quintero wants to enclose the rectangular parking lot beside his house by putting a wire fence on the three sides as shown in the figure. If the total length of the wire is 16 meters, find the dimension of the parking lot that will enclose a maximum area. Okay, so we have there the illustration or the figure. So we have here the parking lot. So sabi, if fence daw ito, so lalagyan ng bakod itong three sides. So ang tinatanong, dimension ng parking lot na kanyang i-enclose dito sa maximum na area. Okay? So, let's proceed. If we're going to let W be the width, pag ito ay W, yung width natin, and L be the length of the parking lot, so ito yung L, we will have the expression below as the sum of the measures of the three sides of the parking lot. So, ang sum neto, tatlo, ay 16. Kaya we have 16 is equal to W plus W plus L. So, this is the W and the W and the L. So, we're going to simplify this. W plus 2W or plus W, that is 2W. So, therefore, 16 is equal to 2W. Okay? So, solve for L, or ang iwan natin dito is for the length. So, transpose natin itong 2W dito, or we're going to subtract 2W here and subtract here. So, the outcome is 16 minus 2W is equal to L, or same as L is equal to 16 minus 2W. So, we have there, if the area, so the maximum area, so the area of this parking lot is length times width. Notice, kung ang L natin, yung length is 16 minus 2W times yung width natin, which is W, simplify ito. So, 16 times W, 16W. And negative 2W times W is equal to negative 2W squared. So, the area of this parking lot is 16W minus 2W squared. Saan ba natin gagamitin yung area? Kasi kailangan natin yung maximum area dito sa parking lot. Okay? So, we have here, using this mathematical method, let us complete the table below by substituting the width, or the W, by its given values. So, we have there the mathematical model, or the equation. A is equal to 16W minus 2W squared. Okay? So, we have there width 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 meters. We're going to find the area. If W is 1, that is 16 times 1 minus 2 times the value of W, which is 1, then close parenthesis, then square. So first, we're going to square this 1. So multiply by itself. So 1 times 1 is equal to 1. And 16 times 1 is equal to 1. Then multiply this. Simplify. Negative 2 times 1 is equal to negative 2. Simplify this. 16 minus 2 is equal to 40. Therefore, the area of the parking lot, if W is 1, that is equal to 14. How about if A, or if W is equal to 2? So, same. Palitan yung W ng 2. 16 times 2 is equal to 32. Then, this one, square. So, multiply by itself. 2 times 2 is equal to 4. And simplify this. 2 times 4 will give us negative 8. Subtract 32 minus 8 is equal to 24. So, kapag ang width natin ay 2, ang area natin ay 24. Gets? Next, paano pag ang width ay 3? So, itong W, palitan mo ulit ng 3. Ngayon, simplify ito. 16 times 3 will give us 48. And ito, square mo rin. 3 times 3 is equal to 9. Okay? Bakit siya nagiging ganyan? Multiply by itself. Kasi itong exponent natin. So, dito, simplify by multiplying negative 2 times positive 9 is equal to negative 18. So, A is equal to 48 minus 18. Simplify this, subtract, that is 30. Kapag ang width ay 3, ang area natin ay 30. Next, pag ang width naman ay 4, substitute natin ulit, W yung 4. So, 4 times 4, 16. 16 times 4, this is 64. So, simplify. Negative 2 times 16, that is negative 32. So, subtract 64 minus 32. The answer is 32. So, if the width is 4, the area is 32. Follow? Next, if width is 5, so same process. 16 times 5, that is 80. Then 5 times 5, 25. Okay, so negative 2 times 25, that is 50. So 80 minus 50, so the area is 30. Okay, so pag ang width natin ay 5, ang area natin ay 32. Okay, so sabi, find the dimension of the parking lot will enclose a maximum area. Okay, so we have there, look here, ang area natin, ang pinamakataas ay 32. So, ito yung maximum area natin. The question here is, find the dimension of the parking lot. So, pansin na natin, since ito ang may pinakamataas na maximum, yung area, ang width natin ay 4. Paano natin kukunin ang length? So, nakita natin kanina na ang length ay 16 minus 2W doon sa unang part natin. So, substitute lang natin yung W dito, which is 4. So, mangyayari, 16 minus 2 times 4. So, 2 times 4 is 8. So, length is equal to 16 minus 8. Subtract. Very good. Length is equal to 8. Therefore, the dimension of the parking lot is 4 by 8 or 8 meters by 4 meters. Okay? Yes. Let's proceed now to Module 5 or Module 6b. In Module 6b, we're going to discuss the representing a quadratic function using table of values with the objective to represent a quadratic function using table of values. So let's proceed. We have the key concept. So sorry, na doble. Quadratic functions are functions that can be described by equations of the form y is equal to ax squared plus bx plus c, where a, b, and c are real numbers and a is not equal to 0. The highest power of the independent variable x is 2. Thus, the equation of a quadratic function is of degree 2. So here, similar siya sa quadratic equation. Kaibahan lang kasi sa function, this is y or yung f of x. Okay? So, basta ang exponent ay 2, yung variable natin, which is the x, consider na quadratic function. Kahit wala tayong linear term or the constant term. Basta ang mahalaga, a is not equal to 0. Okay? So, let's have a simple example here. So we have y is equal to x squared minus 6. So we're going to find the values of y. So we have there the table of values. If x is negative 3, so from the given equation, y is equal to x squared minus 6. If x is negative 3, so ito, negative 3. So simplify natin ito by multiplying it by itself. Negative 3 times negative 3, that is positive 9. Bakit siya multiply by itself? Kasi may exponent tayo dito na 2. So that is 9, then minus 6. So 9 minus 6 is equal to 3. If x is negative 3, then y is equal to 3. Follow? Next, if x is negative 2, so from the original equation or function, we have there y is equal to x squared minus 6. So yung x, palitan natin ng negative 2. So ayan. Yung negative 2, multiply natin by itself kasi naka-exponent. That is, negative 2 times negative 2, positive 4. So simplify, 4 minus 6, unlike sign, so subtract negative 2. So if x is negative 2, then y is negative 2. Next, if x is negative 1, so we have there, change the value or substitute the value of x, which is negative 1. So negative 1 times negative 1, positive 1. So 1 minus 6 is equal to negative 5. So if x is negative 1, then y is negative 5. Let's proceed. Next, if x is 0, so if this is 0, automatic, so remaining is negative 6. Okay, so x is 1, so same. If x is 1, so 1 times 1, that is 1, so 1 minus 6 will give us negative 5. If x is 2, so 2 times 2, that is 4, so 4 minus 6 will give us negative 2. So if x is 2, that is y is equal to negative 2. And if x is 3, so substitute, so 3 times 3 will give us 9. Then 9 minus 6 is equal to 3. Therefore, if x is 3, then y is equal to positive 3. Okay? So, let's find the difference in x. Kapag ang given ay table of values, ganito, at wala ito, i-identify natin kung ang table of values ba ay quadratic function. Okay? So first, kunin ang difference in x. So ito. So we have here negative 2 minus negative 3. So magiging negative 2 plus 3 is equal to 1. So susubtract natin mula dito papunta dito. Okay? So next, ito naman, negative 1 minus negative 2 will give us 1. Okay, so nagets. So pag 0 minus negative 1, so negative negative yon, magiging plus. Kaya automatic 1. So here, 1 minus 0, syempre 1. Dito naman, 2 minus 1 will give us 1. So 3 minus 2, the answer is 1. So look, sa difference in x dito sa taas, lahat yan ay 1. So pare-parehas. Let's proceed to first difference in y. So same process, negative 2 minus 3 will give us negative 5. Negative 5 minus negative 2 is equal to negative 3. Negative 6 minus negative 5 is equal to negative 1. Negative 5 minus negative 6 is equal to positive 1. Negative 3 minus negative 5 is equal to positive 3. Next, 3 minus negative 2 is equal to positive 5. So, the first difference in y ay hindi pare-parehas. Let's proceed to second difference in y. Pag dito ay sa first difference pa lang ay pare-parehas na, meaning hindi yan quadratic function. So let's proceed to second difference in y. So same, negative 3 minus 5 minus negative 5 will give us positive 2. I repeat, negative 3 minus negative 5 is equal to 2. Next, negative 1 minus negative 3 is equal to 2. 1 minus negative 1 is equal to 2. 3 minus 1, the answer is 2. 5 minus 3, the answer is 2 also. Okay, so observe, the second difference in y, so pare-parehas na. Therefore, this table of values is a quadratic function. Pag ito ay hindi pare-parehas, meaning hindi siya quadratic function. Okay? Thus, the function is quadratic if and only if the second difference are the same. So, ito siya, yung in-explain ko a while back. Pag pare-parehas na yan, yan ay quadratic function. So, another, we have here, given table of values, the x and the y values. So, difference in x, so same process, negative 2 minus 3, 1, so ayan, so lahat sa taas ay 1. First difference in y, so 0 minus 5, negative 5. Negative 3 minus 0, negative 3. Negative 4 minus negative 3, negative 1. Negative 3 minus negative 4 is equal to positive 1. 0 minus negative 3 is equal to positive 3. 5 minus 0 is equal to 5. So, observe, first difference in y, di pa yan pare-parehas. Let's proceed to second difference in y. Same, negative 3 minus negative 5 will give us 2. Negative 1 minus 3 is equal to 2. 1 minus negative 1 is equal to 2. 3 minus 1 is equal to 2. 5 minus 3 is equal to 2. Okay, so since ito ay pare-parehas, this table of values ay quadratic function. Okay? Next, sample number 3. So same, we have there difference in y. So negative 5 minus negative 2 is equal to negative 3. Negative 4 minus negative 5 is equal to 1. 1 minus negative 4 is equal to 5. 10 minus negative 1 is equal to 9. Let's proceed to second difference. 1 minus negative 3 is equal to 4. 5 minus 1 is equal to 4. 9 minus 5 is equal to 4. Notice, pare-parehas na dito. Therefore, this is a quadratic function. So, itong table of values na ito, inuulit ko, since sa second difference ay pare-parehas na, ito ay quadratic function. Pag hindi yan pare-parehas dito, or pag dito man ay naging parehas na, hindi yan quadratic function. Okay? Let's proceed to Module 6C, representing a quadratic function using graph. So magka-graph tayo to this time. With the objective, represent a quadratic function using graph. Okay, so let's have a simple review. We have the direction, plot the following points on the graph located on the right. So we have here the points or the coordinate or the ordered pairs. Okay, so we have there the rectangular coordinate system. This is the x-axis. This is the y-axis. This is the origin. The first quadrant. So, ang sign ng ordered pair here, pag nandito sa area dito, both positive. Ito ay second quadrant. This is the negative x and the positive y. So, the point here, the sign is negative and positive. Third quadrant, so we have here negative, so both negative. And the fourth quadrant, this is positive and negative sign. Okay? So we have here, first, ang ordered pair natin, that is x and y. Okay, so yung nauunang number, yan ay x. So dito mo siya makikita. Okay? So yung y, yung pangalawa, dito naman siya makikita. So first, i-plot natin yung number 1. So the ordered pair is 0, 0. Meaning, ito ay nasa origin. So andito lang siya, 0, 0. Okay? Next, for number 2, 0, 5. Yung x natin ay 0, so hindi nag-move from the origin. Ang y natin ay 5. So we're going to move 5 times. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So ang point natin nandito, which is 0, 5. Next, for number 3, we have negative 2 and x. So, negative 2 and 5. Sorry. Pag ang x ay negative 2, so ito yung negative part ng x-axis. So, here, andito yung negative 2. Okay, so yung y, which is positive 5, so makikita natin sa taas. So, i-move lang natin ng 5 times. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So, andito yung point natin na negative 2, 5. Okay, so, na-point na natin. Next, number 4, negative 3 and negative 5. So, x is negative 3, y is negative 5. So, ibig sabihin, nandito siya sa may third quadrant. So, ang x ay negative 3. So, ito yung x na negative 3. Ang y na negative 5. So, ito. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So, pag pinagtagpo, ayan, yung dalawa, pag kayan, andito yung point. Okay? So, ito yung point natin. Number 5, 4, negative 3. So, ang x ay 4, andito. Ang y ay negative 3. Pag pinagtagpo ang dalawa, andito. Point. So, 4, negative 3. Okay? So, ito yun and ito. Ayan, pag pinagtagpo. Okay? Next, number 6. 4, 0. Ang x ay 4. Ang y ay 0. Okay? So, kung ang x ay 4, so ito, ang 4, then 0 yung y, hindi siya nag-move. Therefore, andito lang yung point natin. Next, x is negative 4, y is 0. X axis, so locate natin. So, nandito yung negative 4 na x. So, 0 yung y. So, meaning, andito yung point. Okay? Last, number 8. Ang x ay 0, ang y ay negative 5. So, kung ito ay positive na y-axis, ito yung negative. So, ibig sabihin, ang y na negative 5 nandito sa baba. So, since ang x ay 0, so ibig sabihin, nandito lang siya sa may y axis. So, ang point ay nandito. Okay? So, nasundan kung paano ang mag-plot. Okay, very good. So, now, let's proceed to let's study. The graph of a quadratic function is a curve called a parabola. The parabola may open upward or downward and vary in width or steepness, but all have the same basic U shape. So, para yung parabola, na-identify na lang as U shape. Okay? So, we have here, opens upward. Ito yung graph. Ito. Then, next, ang isa naman ay open downward. So, ito yung graph niya. Okay, paano natin ma-identify na yung graph natin ay open upward or open downward? Given the quadratic function form, the y is equal to ax squared plus bx plus c. If a is greater than 0, so positive numbers yan, one fraction man yan, basta positive number, open upward. Andito yung tinatawag nating minimum value. Okay? So, pag downward, so ibig sabihin, ang value ng a natin ay puro negative numbers. Okay? So, ito yon. Ito ang kaibahan pag open upward and open downward. Ang makikita mo dito na number ay pag positive, ganito ang graph. Open upward. Pag ito ay nakita mo ay negative, open downward. Basta nandito ka sa may quadratic term, yung sa may exponent na 2. Okay? So we have here example, we're going to use a table of values to graph y is equal to 2x squared minus 4x minus 5. So we have here, if x is negative 2, negative 1, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So we're going to find the value of y. Using this function, the y is equal to 2x squared minus 4x minus 5. So if x is negative 2, so yung x, pinalitan mo ng negative 2, sinubstitute natin. Dito, i-square natin ito, negative 2, so multiply by itself. So negative 2 times negative 2, positive 4. Negative 4 times negative 2, positive 8. So simplify ito, that is 2 times 4 is equal to 8. So 8 plus 8 minus 5 is equal to 11. So if x is negative 2, that is 11. Para yung ginawa natin kanina. Okay, next, if x is negative 1, so palitan natin yon ng negative 1. So negative 1 times negative 1, positive 1. Negative 4 times negative 1, positive 4. So simplify ito. 2 times 1 is equal to 2. Then plus 4 minus 5, the answer is 1. So if x is negative 1, y is 1. Okay, if x is 0, so 0 ito, 0 na rin ito, so ang natira ay negative 5. So x is 0, then y is negative 5. If x is 1, from the original equation or function, so 1 times 1 is equal to 1. So negative 4 times 1 is negative 4. So 2 times 1 is equal to 2. Then minus 4 minus 5, the answer is negative 7. So if x is 1, then the value of y is negative 7. If x is positive 2, okay, so ito magiging 2. Simplify natin, 2 times 2, so 4, then negative 4 times 2, negative 8. So 2 times 4, that is 8, then minus 8 minus 5. So y is equal to negative 5. So pag ang x ay 2, y is negative 5. Okay, so we have 2, and okay, so 3, x ay 3, So, substitute, same din, ganun din ang process. So, 3 times 3, 9. So, 4 times 3, so 12. 2 times 9, 18, minus 12, minus 5. Y is equal to 1. So, ang x ay 3, y ay 1. Okay, last, if x is 4, so, palitan natin ng 4. Okay, so 4 times 4, 16. 4 times 4, so 16. So, 2 times 16, 32. Minus 16 minus 5. So, 32 minus 16 minus 5 is equal to 11. So, if x is 4, then y is 11. So, we completed already the values of y. So, given yung x. Okay? Ngayon, question is, we're going to graph this one. So, let's proceed. Of here. So, medyo maliliit yung numbers. Pwede kayong gumamit ng graphing paper or kung may graphing notebook kayo, pwede. Pwede nyong gamitin. Okay. So, basta ito ang origin. Ito yung x-axis. Ito yung y-axis. So, we have here, ito na yung table of values natin. So, locate natin ang negative 2, 11. So, if x is negative 2, so dito ang negative 2, then ang y ay 11, so positive, so nandito sa taas. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So, ang point natin ay nandito. Ayan. So, negative 2, 11. Next, negative 1, positive 1. So, x negative 1, positive 1. So, andito ang point natin. So, ito siya. Next, 0, negative 5. So, 0, y ay negative 5. So, na-point natin kanina sa review natin. So, andito yan. Next, ang x ay positive 1, y ay negative 7. So, dito lang sa tapat niya, ito yon. So, negative 7. Next, pag 2, positive. So, ito ay x ay 2, y is negative 5. So, andito sa tapat ng negative 5. Ayan. Next, pag 3, x ay 3. So, positive. Y is 1. So, andito. Positive 1. So, ayan. And last, pag ang x ay positive 4, y is positive 11. So, nandito. Okay? So, observe nyo, tapat-tapat lang yan. Okay? Pero hindi naman lahat ay magkakatapat. Iilan lang yung hindi naman magkakatapat. Okay? So, draw natin ng line. So, mula dito, mag-pass through doon, then dito siya mag-curve. Okay? So, ito yung graph natin. Ito na yung graph ng function y is equal to 2x squared minus 4x minus 5. Okay? So, open upward. Bakit? Ang a natin dito ay positive. Okay? So, ang minimum, ito siya. So, pag maximum naman, pag sinabi natin siyang maximum, pag ganito ang graph. Oh, sorry. Kasi medyo curve siya. Yan. Nandito lang yung maximum point natin. Okay? So, let's proceed to Module 6D. In Module 6D, representing quadratic function using equation naman tayo. Okay? With the objective to represent a quadratic function using equation. So, we have here, key concept. So, alam na natin yan, na ang function or yes, the equation ng function. So, ito siya. Basta ang degree ay positive 2. So, 2. Okay? So, tell whether the following equations are quadratic functions or not. Okay? So, number 1, y is equal to x squared plus 2x minus 1. Very good. That is quadratic function. Bakit? Ang exponent ay 2. So, yan. Next, number 2, y is equal to 2x plus 1. Okay, not. Very good. Why? Kasi ang exponent dito ay 1. 1 lang yan. So, ibig sabihin, ito ay linear function. Next, number 3. Okay, very good. Exponent kasi ay 2. Kahit wala siyang linear term, walang ganito. Basta mahalaga, this one. Okay. Next, number 4. Okay, yes. Not quadratic function. Kasi pag sinimplify mo ito ay magiging 3x lang. So, is equal to 3x. Then, 3 times negative 7, negative 21. So, notice, wala tayong exponent na 2. Okay? Next, sa number 5. Okay, yes. Very good. Quadratic function. Kasi ito, square of a binomial, x minus 4. So, x minus 4 times x minus 4. So, dun pa lang sa x times x, magkakaroon na tayo ng x squared. Very good. So, ang quadratic function natin, so number 1, number 3, and number 5. Next example is the function f defined by f of x is equal to 2x squared plus 3, a quadratic function. Okay, yes, because yung f of x, yan din ay stands for y, and the exponent here is 2. Okay, very good. Next, write the quadratic function in the form y is equal to ax squared plus bx plus c. So, letter A, we have y minus x squared is equal to 9. So, ang matira lang dito sa left side or the right side, basta alin man sa kanila, ang maiiwan ay yung y or yung function natin, yung f of x. Okay? So, first, ang gagawin natin, pwede natin siyang i-add. Mag-add tayo dito ng x squared. Then, mag-add din tayo dito para ito ay maging 0. So, ito siya. So, negative x squared plus x squared, automatic, ito ay 0 na yan. So, ang remaining ay y. Kung anong ginawa natin dito, kung nag-add tayo or nag-subtract, yun din ang lalagay natin dito. So, remaining is y is equal to x squared plus 9. Or usually kasi ang ginagawa na natin, kung ito ay negative x squared, pag linipat, transpose, magiging positive x squared. Okay, so same lang naman yan. Next, for letter B, we have y minus 2x squared plus 12 is equal to 0. So, ang lilipat natin, ito. So, ang gawin na lang natin yung pag-transpose. So, pag negative 2x squared, magiging positive. Basta pag nag-across dito, magiging positive 2x squared. So, for yung positive 12, magiging negative 12. Very good. So, ayan. Next, letter C, we have f of x is equal to 2 times quantity x minus 7 times the quantity of x minus 4. So, ito siya. Simplify natin. Pwede tayong gumamit dito ng FOIL method. So, x times x will give us x squared. So, x times negative 4 will give us negative 4x. Okay? So, next, negative 3 times x, negative 3x. Negative 3 times negative 4 is equal to positive 12. Okay, di pa tayo tapos. I-simplify natin ito. Negative 3x minus, negative 4x minus 3x is equal to negative 7x. Very good. So here, since merong 2 dito, i-distribute natin. Distributive property. So 2 times x squared, 2x squared. Very good. 2 times negative 7x is equal to negative 14x. And 2 times positive 12 is equal to positive 24. Therefore, ito na yung function natin. Okay? So, next, last, letter D. So, f of x is equal to 3 times the square of the binomial x plus 3. So, meron tayo dito, basic, yung shortcut natin. So, squared yung first term. So, x times x is squared. So, twice the first term and the last term, or 2 times 3 times x. That is 6x. Then 3 times 3, 9. So here, distributive property din, gaya ng ginawa natin dito. So 3 times x squared, 3x squared. So 3 times 6x, so that is 18x. Then 3 times 9 is equal to 27. So ito na yung function natin. Okay? Kung ito man ay y or f of x, parehas lang yan. Okay? Understood? Very good. So, thank you for watching. Hope may natutunan kayo this week 6. See you next meeting.